So this is actually a 12-string guitar in dadgad. Or if you want to go real low. Yeah, so it can really take you to crazy different sonic places. And as a common misconception, people think that the GK pickup is actually a MIDI pickup. It's actually not. It's an all analog pickup. So there's tiny little mini humbuckers underneath each string, and each pickup gets 2 connectors, giving you a total of 12 connections, and then you have one for your ground, adding to a 13-pin connector. So this is going into the processor, and this processor is processing it on a wave-based format, not re-triggering a pre-recorded sound. So that's why I can... So that's basically a little bit of like how it processes the sound as opposed to the GR55, which is a more sample-based synthesis. Some of the other features on this include that you have 2 stereo outs, so you can send out your synth sounds, so front of house, and you can keep your guitar tones going through a guitar amp, or maybe integrate it into your own rig, which would be great. You can do polyphonic guitar or bass MIDI control over USB or 5-pin MIDI. You have availability to add expression pedals or dual button foot switches for more controls and more expression. You have an effects loop. It's got tons and tons of effects. You can do alternate tunings. You can do guitar modeling. You can reroute any of the effects around any of the sounds. It's purely amazing. It really is such a fantastic synth. And there's even a 16-step sequencer that's super detailed to the point where you can change the curvature of each step and attach it to pitch or filter or envelope to get even more rhythmic expression. So that is basically SY1000, guys. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Enjoy the rest of your Namm. John.
Rock your demo.
All right, I'll rock it, man. Oh, believe me, I've been rocking and rolling all day. Or excuse me, rocking and Roland. What a bump.
Stand for your mean pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, SY1000s. Yeah. Sweet. So to kind of give you the lowdown of what's going on here, this is a completely new, different type of synthesis as opposed to our past products that use the GK3 pickup. So what this is doing is something called subtractive synthesis. So this is all wave-based. It's not re-triggering a pre-recorded sound like in the past models like we had in GR55 and other guitar synthesizers. So because I'm using a wave-based synthesis model, I can actually get more expression out of it. So I can do things like, or because PCM being a sample-based synthesis, the instruments that you're actually modeling in that unit can't do those guitarisms. You can't bend a string on a piano, you can't get harmonics out of a saxophone. So this translates a lot better for the actual tactile experience of playing guitar synth. So that's just a little bit of how the processor is actually working, and to also let you know that GK3 is actually an analog pickup. It actually has 6 little tiny humbuckers underneath each individual string. You have 2 connectors per pickup, and then 1 for your ground, giving you a 13-pin connector. The processor is just taking that analog wave sound and crushing it to bits in order to push out the synthesizer sound.
When is it releasing?
It is releasing at the end of this month. It'll be available and shipping around. So for all you viewers out there, you can get your hands on it, or maybe get your guitar synth stick on it.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Great demo, by the way. You're a great player.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah.